I think one of the weirdest things about getting older are some of the kind of invisible timelines that we've created for ourselves. Like, by this age, I should have figured this out, or by like this age, I should be way more successful. Your 40s is like a weird transition that way. Like, should you already know what you want? Should you already be in that career, the relationship, the house, the money, the confidence, whatever it is? And I'm not just talking about 40s. That just happens to be my era that I'm in right now. But there could be this moment in your life where you look around you and you're kind of like, wait, what if I don't really want what I'm supposed to want? Maybe you've changed. Maybe you want to start over. And then comes the really scary question. Is it too late? I am 43 years old and I think I am finally realizing that no, it is not. It is absolutely not too late. You can do anything you want at any age, shift your career, change your mind, go live a totally different lifestyle, whatever it is. And actually, as I hit this like middle era of my life, I actually kind of wonder, is it actually what you're supposed to do? I don't think there's really a such thing as a midlife crisis. I think it's a midlife realization. We might have been blinded in our 20s. In fact, I really think we were. And hello, my name is Jamie, if you don't know me, and welcome to Sparkle and Grow. This is actually only video number 3 on my brand new YouTube channel, because after years of creating online, I decided to delete everything that was here and start over, at 43, which when I say it out loud, I've said it out loud a few times now, it really still just kind of feels a little unhinged. Like, girl, you did all that work. That was a lot of work, like years of work, lots of videos. But there's something about starting over right now that feels very right. And it has me thinking a lot about reinvention, because I don't think starting over in any area of your life means that the old part of your life was some sort of mistake. I think it just kind of means it worked until it didn't. You learned what you needed to learn and you became who you needed to become. And maybe now you're ready for something different. I really, when I look back at my 20-year-old self, I don't even identify with that person, but I know it was me. Like, who was that? I just feel like when we're younger, we're taught that life happens in this nice little order. Like, you grow up, you figure out who you are, you choose a career, maybe you get married, you have kids, you get a house, and you keep building your life based on all of that foundation. And then, I don't know, apparently, you're just supposed to keep being that person forever. But that's a really strange expectation when you really think about it. Why would 43-year-old me want exactly what 23-year-old me wanted? She definitely did not know anything that I know. I literally had almost zero life experience at that point. She hadn't met all the people that I've met. She hadn't even failed at anything yet. Failing is vital. This is a very important thing for us to do in life. And I hadn't had any successes, or was I really able to recognize what success even meant? I had no definition of what that even meant to me. I still had 20 more years to figure out what I know now. And I assume that in 20 more years from now, in my 60s, I hope what I know then blows my current mind now. Like, the evolution is exciting, inspiring, and kind of cool. But needless to say, I love that 23-year-old me happened because she had to, but I would never want her making decisions for me now. She does not get permanent voting right in this body. And I think we really misunderstand the word reinvention, because it makes it sound like we're just like completely throwing away who we are and starting completely over again. But I don't really think that's quite what it is. I actually think reinvention is kind of the opposite of that. It's just kind of stripping away all the things that you still have hanging on to your life that are not really you anymore. Just like expectations of yourself, an old identity you keep holding on to in order to please the people around you, things or people you've outgrown, careers you've outgrown, how you define success. Maybe you adopted that definition definition from somebody else growing up, there's a lot of different definitions to success, and there's no wrong answer. Like different habits you used to protect that actually kept you stuck. I don't think reinvention is about like becoming somebody different. I think it's actually becoming more of yourself and learning as you get older to recognize yourself through all the chaos that is put on you as a young person. And I don't think it's ever put on you in a bad way. I think it's just everybody doing their best to help you be safe or protect you or guide you and help you. But there does become a point where you are living all these conglomerated paths of other people that you have built your life with, which can be really kind to those people. But there is a point where you really learn how to identify what resonates with you and what actually makes sense to you. Because I definitely don't want to wake up tomorrow and just like become a whole different woman. But there's definitely things that I like question and I'm learning and I'm ready to do differently. And I hope all of that sort of concept never actually stops, because the growth is a really cool piece. And we are allowed to outgrow ourselves. We give ourselves permission to outgrow things like our clothes. As we have kids, we outgrow our houses. We outgrow our jobs. We're not going to stay at that fast food job forever. And sometimes we outgrow things like friendship. We can even outgrow like hobbies or routines, simple things. Outgrowing in life is actually just a really typical thing to do. And for some reason, we have a hard time giving ourselves permission to outgrow ourselves. And I think that happens a lot when, and especially if other people are really comfortable with the version of you that you were. I think this is really common in women, especially because we become caretakers and we're taking care of everybody. So if you decide to start doing something else, somebody else is figuring out how to fill that gap now, which can feel scary to them as well. So that's when it gets hard, because sometimes people know you as the responsible one or the quiet one, the mom, the wife, the teacher, the creator, the successful one, the one who never quits and always shows up, the one who always says yes. And then one day you just realize, I don't want to be that anymore. That's a lot of pressure. Or maybe you do want to do that. Maybe you love pieces of that, but you also want to make space to do other things as well. And that's allowed. Sometimes we need to feed our own souls so that we even have the capacity to continue taking care of other people. But you don't owe anyone lifelong consistency at household chores. And you definitely don't owe anybody consistency in a lifelong personality that you've outgrown. And that's a healthy thing to do. I keep saying it like nobody wants to hear like, oh, you've outgrown that. Sorry, we're moving on. Like, is that like society just makes that feel weird to even say right now, but it's healthy and good. People should grow. Outgrowing is not a bad thing. Back to 23-year-old me. She is not making my decisions anymore. We have outgrown her. It's good. Another one of the biggest things that I think stops people from reinventing themselves is that feeling of, I already spent so much time though doing this. I already put 10 or 20 years into this career, or I already spent this many years building this business that everyone knows that I do now. I've already created hundreds of pieces of content. That was me. It's still crazy that I deleted it all. That like, I've already gone this far, so I have to keep going feeling. But that's like going in some direction for 10 years, realizing you're on the wrong path and never turning back around because you've already gone that far. So you're just going to spend the rest of your time going the wrong direction for decades more. That also doesn't make sense. Why? Those years are not wasted just because you change direction. You actually do still get to bring them with you. Everything you've learned on that journey comes with you. The skills, the mistakes, all the wisdom, relationships, people are willing to stick with you. That's their choice. That's actually a big piece there too. It's hard, like when you change, realizing you can't make other people change, but you hope. That's all you can do. And that confidence piece that you have earned also comes with you. Starting over at 43 is completely different than starting over at 23. I'm definitely not starting from zero. I'm starting with experience, and there is a huge difference there. And another thing that I'm learning is that you don't actually have to know the final version. You don't have to 100% know the next version of you to begin. A lot of people get stuck here because we want that like magic 5-year plan, or we want proof, evidence that it's going to work. We want to know that the new career is going to succeed before we leave the old one. We want to know ahead of time that the business is going to work, that the channel is going to grow. We want to know we're making the right decision. And sometimes you just don't know, and that's okay. You have to know in your own soul that no matter what happens, you're actually okay. Hopefully you don't put all of your self-worth in those identities. Especially, I think that's maybe part of the realization of how good growth is that is part of the journey, and my worth is not attached to those things. They're just choices and path. It's not our entire self and soul. It's starting to get dark out. I'm recording this in the evening, so if the lighting is changing, that's why. But point being, you have to follow that curiosity or it will eat you alive. What feels interesting to you? What makes you feel alive? What is that thing that you can't stop thinking about? You know what it is. What would you try if you weren't worried about if it made sense to other people? Maybe you don't need to like reinvent your entire life today. I'm not telling you to like go quit your job tomorrow. Unless that's the thing that's itching on you. I don't know. That's your choice. Don't tell me I told you to do that. I just told you to listen to yourself. But maybe it's just that you need to make one decision that the next version of you would make. Like just go for the run, apply for the program, start the channel, take a class, make art, set that boundary, girl. Or guy, but girls struggle with that. Let's be real. Try the hobby, start writing the first page of that book you want to write. Wear the thing, whatever thing you've been trying to wear and you don't wear it because, what will somebody think? Go somewhere alone. See how it feels. Do you ever do anything just you? Spend some time with yourself. Just say yes, say no, one decision, then another and another until one day you just look around and you realize, oh, my life has changed in a good way. And if you found this video and you're watching it because you think you feel behind, I really want you to hear this. You are comparing your timeline to other people that have not lived your life. You are the only one that has lived your life. Nobody else. They haven't had the same responsibilities. Similar is not the same. They haven't had your experiences, your setbacks, opportunities, the relationships that you've had, your exact same childhood, your resources, your brain, your story. So how could you possibly be on their timeline? Maybe you're not as late as you thought you were. Maybe you're arriving at this exact moment with everything you needed to learn before you could get here. Maybe the version of you that you're becoming right now literally couldn't have even existed 10 years ago. You hadn't lived enough, you don't know enough, and maybe you just weren't ready. Sometimes the universe, not to get woo-woo on you, I will always get woo-woo on you, but sometimes the universe might know when you are ready and why things line up, how they're supposed to line up a little more than you. So I think trusting that the universe has your back, in the words of, why can't I think of her name? You know the guru. Put it in the comments. I love her. She wrote Happy, good book. She wrote a ton of books. The Universe Has Your Back is the name of one of her books. Why can't I think of her name? It'll come to me like at the end of the video or something. I don't know. But needless to say, you are not behind. You're just meeting a version of yourself that you could not have met sooner. It didn't make sense. And honestly, one of the things that I want to change about the way that we speak about aging, especially for women, is that our possibilities are getting smaller. I don't want to spend the second half of my life looking back at the first half of my life like whatever that was the main event. That was not the main event, and I will not let it be the main event. I mean, at this age, we are still like perfectly able people. What if some of the coolest things I ever do haven't even happened yet? What if I haven't even met some of my favorite people? I mean, I don't think anybody could top my kids, but I could still meet some really cool people. I definitely don't know that I've traveled to my favorite place yet, so that is in my future for sure. I still know I have yet to create my best work, especially on YouTube. but I have so many things that I want to build in the world in general, even beyond YouTube. And I'm sure there's like some magical idea that is going to come to me that will be my best idea yet. And I just don't know what it is yet. So I have to wait out time for that idea. I have to live the right experiences to make that idea pop into my head. It's coming. I'll let you guys know when I find it. But those sort of things are exciting to me. And I don't know exactly who I'll be 10 years from now, but I definitely want to meet her. So if you've been thinking about changing something, starting something, ending something, trying something, or just becoming somebody that you've never been before, I really hope that this is your permission. No, I hope this is a reminder that you don't need permission. And you don't need to burn down your entire life either. Not what I'm saying. You definitely don't have to have everything figured out, and you do not need anybody else to understand it yet. All you need is enough courage to take one little baby step at a time. And I think that is more what reinvention really is. Just 1,000 tiny moments where you choose to keep growing instead of staying the same simply because it's familiar and get out of your comfort zone, people. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I am so excited and curious to know if you are doing the same and would love to hear about it. I'm also really glad you're here if you are also somebody doing it, because it feels really great to surround myself. Oh, see, I'm stuttering. It just feels really great to surround myself with other people that have a growth mindset and get excited about life still, because there's so many just like, I want to say negative Nancy's, but there's probably a really nice Nancy out there. Negative nays. Okay, negative nays. It's a word now. Sorry, Nancy. I've replaced the words. So I don't know if this resonated with you and you are working on reinventing yourself. I would love to hear what that even baby thing is in the comments. Or maybe even a better question is, who are you becoming? It's kind of a big question. So you can tell me small stuff too. But who are you becoming? I love that question. It's kind of an exciting question. There's so many details to that question. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to figure some of that out together. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out.